This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Bug, Walk, Gorge, and Marcus Garvey Drive among flooded roadways. Several roadways have been blocked because of flooding associated with the outer bands of Hurricane Ian. Most of the reports so far are coming out of Clarendon, St. Catherine, and the parts of Kingston and St. Andrew. The National Works Agency has tweeted some of the updates. In Clarendon, Trout Hall Main Road is impassable. Pennant Main Road is blocked by fallen trees. Denby to Manchester Avenue Main Road and adjoining streets are flooded. These include Harris Street among other adjoining streets. Lower Chapelton to Rock River Road in Clarendon is now impassable due to a breakaway. Flooding reported along the Freetown to Four Paths Road at Rasta Corner. Motorists are advised to use the east-west toll road if traveling between Old Harbour and May Pen. Caution is advised in Annan Town, especially in the vicinity of the Thatch Walk Bridge, due to rising water levels along the roadway. The Q-Post to Colonel's Ridge roadway is impacted by landslide. In St. Catherine, Spanish Town to Port Henderson Road, Bernard Lodge Road is now impassable to small vehicles. The Bog Walk Gorge is closed due to rising water levels. In Kingston, Church Street to Harbour Street is currently flooded. Sections of Marcus Garvey Drive is also flooded. In St. Andrew, sandbags raised outside the Ruth Venn Towers apartment complex in St. Andrew to protect the property from flooding. In August, keys were handed out for 86 units constructed under Phase 1 of the development being spearheaded by the National Housing Trust. In Westmoreland, roadways impacted by landslides include Hopetown, Auchindown, Torrington, Pennycook, Ferris, and Macfield. Fire in derelict building guts St. Mary businesses. 4 businesses have been destroyed by a fire that began in a derelict building and spread through a plaza in Richmond, St. Mary on Sunday evening. Stores that sold computers, cologne, haberdashery, and clothing were gutted by the blaze. Deacon Kong, owner of Kong's Auto Supplies in Richmond, says he is grateful for the quick assistance of residents who joined 16 members of the St. Mary Fire Department and helped contain the fire before it damaged more than the roof of his business place. He told the news on Sunday that this was not the first time there has been a fire at the location. Kong also said that the building has been abandoned for at least a decade. The whole of this block was damaged. It was fire burned in the 40s, the whole block, he said. The derelict buildings should have been demolished by their owners, but they were allowed to stay there. He also noted that history almost repeated itself because the authorities failed to listen to his appeal to demolish the old pest-plagued building where the fire began. They were rat-infested and so forth. Last year, I went to the parish council and I begged them to have the owners demolish the building because they were old and rat-infested, and it was like a firebomb, and this is what happens. This is the result, he said. A fire started somewhere up the road and it spread all the way here. Caught fire in no time at all, he added. Jamaica confirms 14th monkeypox case. Jamaica has confirmed another case of the monkeypox virus, pushing the national tally to 14. The patient is from Kingston and St. Andrew. Overall, 13 males have been confirmed with the disease, Health Ministry data shows. Only 2 cases are imported. Kingston man charged for breaking into warehouse. A Kingston man has been charged with warehouse breaking and larceny following an incident on George's Lane in the parish on Friday. He is 21-year-old O'Keefe Longren of Hanover Street in Kingston. A release from the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Corporate Communications Unit says that the police received a report about men breaking into a warehouse about 7:45 p.m. They responded and reportedly accosted Longren as he was leaving the building. The police say checks were made to the building and it was observed that the padlocks were damaged and a larger quantity of lumber was removed. Longren was subsequently charged. 21-year-old charged after gun and ammo found in St. Anne. A 21-year-old man was arrested and charged after one firearm and several rounds of ammunition were seized on Damhead Road in Steertown, St. Anne on Sunday, September 25. Rajni McBean has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Reports are that about 4:40 p.m., an operation was conducted at McBean's home. The house and its occupants were searched, and a Glock 9mm pistol with 32 9mm rounds of ammunition was taken from McBean. He was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being arranged. Public sector workers to begin receiving increased pay by November. Public sector workers could start receiving revised salaries and benefits in November, as the Jamaica Civil Service Association is now making arrangements to complete consultations with its members on the outcome of the compensation review. In a final update to its members, the JCSA has advised that it is now willing to sign a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. The association is looking to complete internal consultations by next week, Monday. JCSA President O'Neill Grant told the news on Sunday night that meetings will be held with the members on Tuesday, Thursday, and on October 3.
So JCSA would have received what we would refer to as a position of comfort in relation to the compensation review. We had some concerns about areas of the 16-band structure, and I think, were able to have some work-throughs with the Ministry of Finance that I think would solve those problems. It is now for us to put it to the membership, have a discussion with them, give them the explanations and clarifications that they need, and then be able to get a mandate from them to go back to our colleagues at the Confederation with an indication whether or not we are prepared to sign the MOU.
NSWMA struggles with defective trucks as garbage complaints mount. The inclement weather has intensified complaints for the National Solid Waste Management Authority to speed up the collection of garbage from residential areas and the main roads. There is particular concern that garbage left on the streets could end up in drains leading to flooding. However, NSWMA Executive Director Audley Gordon says that while the authority continues to operate a 24-hour collection service, the few available trucks are not holding up. Where the entity would normally be able to import parts within a week to fix defective trucks, Mr. Gordon lamented that shipments have slowed and it now takes up to 3 months for parts to arrive. Garbage collection has become a vexed issue across the country, with the communities in most parishes complaining of a pileup of waste. The NSWMA has said a shortage of trucks has contributed to the slow pace of garbage collection. The entity said it will receive some new trucks by year-end.
In trying to do the juggling, we are even creating a bigger problem for ourselves. But we have no choice, because we're having more downtimes now than we normally would have. And then when you have downtime now, there is a big problem, which we used to have certain parts that we could get within a week, even if we have to import the part. Now, 2-3 months, everything is slowed up.
Westmoreland burn victim undergoes more life-saving operations. 13-year-old Adriana Leng, who suffered life-threatening burns when her Westmoreland home caught fire, continues to undergo life-saving operations at a hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. Stephen Josephs, the project manager of San Myrna Foundation, which has played a major role in getting help for Adriana, told the news that so far she has undergone 8 operations. He said about 90% of the burnt areas on her body have been covered, and within a 2-month period, reconstructive surgery should begin. She is a fighter and has been fighting through this ordeal, Joseph told the news. Joseph said that the doctors treating her are not yet ready to provide updates. Adriana is being cared for by lead doctor Zahid Hassan at the Joseph M. Stillburn Center in Atlanta. She was flown to the United States for treatment after members of the diaspora and the people and the companies in Jamaica rallied to secure necessary funding for her transportation. Josephs has been given temporary guardianship of Adriana and is authorized to make decisions on behalf of her father during her hospital stay. He said that reggae music is being played in her hospital room as a means of providing comfort to her. Also played to her at her bedside are voice notes sent by her schoolmates and other well-wishers. Josephs has thanked all those who have rallied to provide assistance to Adriana. At the same time, Jamaica's Consul General in Miami, Oliver Mayer, under whose jurisdiction Georgia falls, has also been monitoring her progress and has been providing updates to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mayor tells the news that he is in daily contact with both Josephs and the hospital. Adriana was severely burnt in a Westmoreland house fire earlier this month that killed her 3 brothers, 9-year-old Adriana Leng and the 7-year-old twins Jordan and Jaden Leng. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.